Ladies and gentlemen, many of you may not know that the citizens' arrest laws came out during slavery. So this made all white citizens, giving them the ability to arrest Black people or call for the arrest of someone Black. And that being said, these kind of laws really shouldn't exist at all, because all it is going to be white citizens pursuing Black people to do a citizen's arrest. It shouldn't even exist. You see what it was born in. It was born out of slavery. This law shouldn't even exist. So this is ABC News, March 29th, 2021. Georgia nears limiting citizen arrests after Black man slain. And they're talking about Ahmaud Arbery. So Georgia Senate has voted 52-1 for a bill to overhaul the state citizens arrest law. Yes. So, you got to limit what these folks do, or otherwise they will go overboard with it, like we saw with Ahmaud Arbery. Georgia lawmakers took another step Monday to repeal a citizens arrest law predating the Civil War, acting a little more than a year after the fatal shooting of Ahmaud Arbery, a Black man pursued by armed white men. The Senate voted 52-1 for House Bill 479, which would end the right of people in Georgia to make an arrest if a crime is committed in a person's presence or within their immediate knowledge. So they will not be able to walk up to you and talk about, I'm making a citizen's arrest, you're suspicious, all the usual things they say. Okay, Senator Bill Cowsert, an Athens Republican, gave an explanation that focused on what police officers, business owners, and individual citizens could still do to detain. But he said the measure made one key change. You can't use deadly force to stop someone if you think they might have stolen a TV from someone's house down the street, because sometimes this leads to consequences that aren't intended when citizens try to play police officer, not being trained and not having the full picture, Cowsert said. Governor Brian Kemp has endorsed the bill. It goes back to the House because senators added an amendment that gives all business owners the right to detain suspected thieves. And we know they're going to all be Black. Like nobody of other races steal. Okay, don't play us for fools. Advocates say the 1863 law is steeped in racism. Exactly what I'm trying to tell you. Any type of law that came out during slavery, you can best believe it is all about race, just like the citizens arrest law. In fact, I did a podcast on it. This law was designed so that white people that were not in law enforcement could at any given moment arrest, scream citizen arrest and detain and even kill a Black person. That's what the law was written for. So they said the law is steeped in racism and was used to round up suspected escaped slaves and as a jurisdiction for lynching African Americans. Exactly. And that's what I did in my podcast, y'all. They used the citizen's arrest in many occasions when Black men, women, and children were lynched. And as usual, they never have one shred of evidence, just what they said. Get out of here with that crap. Many see the effort as a continuation of an effort last year that gave Georgia a new hate crime law, more than 15 years after the state Supreme Court overturned the state's first attempt. The pressure for the hate crimes law became overwhelming last year after the public outcry over Arbery's fatal shooting, which was recorded on video. Arbery, 25, was fatally shot while running through a neighborhood near Brunswick on Georgia coast in February 2020. Okay, so the father's son, the McMichaels, who pursued Arbery, weren't arrested or charged until 2 months after the shooting. And that was because of Jackie Johnson, who got voted out as the prosecutor. Thank goodness that happened. One prosecutor assigned to the case cited Georgia's citizens arrest law to argue the shooting was justified. And see, this is why these kind of laws should not exist, because you're just going to lean on that law in a way to get any white citizens that harm or kill black people, they get out of the whole thing because of the citizens arrest law. Man, these people are pathetic. The McMichaels lawyer have said they pursued Arbery suspecting he was a burglar. Even if you thought he was a burglar, you don't know how to call the police. You don't know how to do that. But see, somebody gave the McMichaels, at least Gregory, the impression that he had the right to oversee that community. And that should never have been given to him. As you can see, he's too reckless to be able to do stuff like that, just like George Zimmerman being community watch and then somebody ends up dead. Those kind of people don't need to be in charge of nothing. All right, so after security cameras had previously recording him entering a home under construction, but that camera also caught multiple people walking into that home when it was under construction. It wasn't just him. How come you didn't shoot them? They said Travis McMichael shot Arbery while fearing for his life. No, you wouldn't have pursued him if you were scared of losing your life. As they grapple over a shotgun, McMichaels are charged with murder, and they rightfully should be. And I'm glad they were never granted bail. They didn't deserve it. A video of the encounter was recorded by William Roddy Bryan that got other charges on him. He not only got the murder charge, but he got sexual assault charges. Prosecutors have said Arbery stole nothing and was merely out jogging when the McMichaels and Bryan chased him. They remain in jail without bail, and they don't deserve bail. Under the under the bill, people who are mere bystanders or witnesses generally would not have the right to detain people. Deadly force couldn't be used to detain someone unless it's in self-protection. But see, that's what they'll claim. They'll try to detain a black person, harm that black person, and then claim it was self-defense. Because they do that stuff now. Okay, they do that now. What would be different? Even I mean, and if the person is dead, it's not like they can defend themselves and say, "No, I didn't attack you." But that's what they're gonna run to, all this self-defense crap. Protecting a home or preventing a forcible felony. The changes would retain Georgia's stand your ground law that says a person isn't required to retreat. You may still defend yourself just like we've always been able to do in the state of Georgia, Cowsert said. It would still allow business employees to detain people they believe stole something. And how many times have black people been in stores, been accused of you stole something or you have something, and it turned out to be false? We've seen it multiple times. Multiple times. So they can detain people who try to leave without paying for a meal. It would also let licensed security guards and private detectives detain people. Senator Frank Jen of Danielsville, Republican, who is the only lawmaker who voted against the measure so far, said he thought people should be able to stop and question when they spot someone or some loot they have obviously stolen. Yeah, but that's not always the case. We have seen y'all make accusations, and the accusation turned out to be false. In fact, many of us have done videos on that. So if you're not 100% sure, then you shouldn't be trying to detain anybody or make accusations. The Senate voted 33-19 for the amendment by Senator Lindsey Tippins that would extend detention rights to any business owner instead of the store and restaurant previously specifically named. Someone who was detained must be released along with their personal belongings if a police officer or sheriff's department doesn't arrive within reasonable time. Yes, so that don't mean that you get to keep them for a week because the cops didn't show up. Okay. Because some of y'all, so y'all that damn crazy, you would attempt to do that. But y'all, please tell me what you think about this law. I don't really like it. You know, although you're saying the person cannot harm or, or try to kill the person, I can see these folks doing it anyway just to try to get away with killing someone black. Because they said, you can, you still can have self protection, and they'll use that as an excuse when there's not even a threat. Because they do that now. Look at how many unarmed black people are killed in America. And when you go to look at the video, you don't see no threat. And they'll run to that crap in a heartbeat if they think they got a glimmer of a chance of getting away with it. But y'all, please tell me what you think about the limits to a citizen's arrest law that came about during slavery. Need I say more? Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.